What's going on, folks? It's Jay on the Lords of War Hobby channel doing some solo content this week, as occasionally Chris and I get busy at separate times and the other guys to pick up the slack. So I swear I didn't lose a bet. No, anyway. Today we're going to look at something we finally got in the store, Villainy Ink. You may have seen this. I think this came to market like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. I don't remember. Pretty niche product. This is an enamel ink. So what do we see here? Shake well. Enamel wash, designed for use in general washes and weathering effects, granulated for mottling purposes, dries matte, use neat or thin with little mineral spirits, apply with brush or airbrush. That's what it says on this one, called Decrepit Filth. And then this is an Umbral Nightshade, it's like a blue one. And it says pretty much, this one says satin to gloss. So this one, so keep in mind they have different finishes, which is something I just kind of realized as I use them. I'll show you a finished result, and I'll show you kind of like, we'll do a little test as well. Made in the States with a rare time, a cool hobby supply. You know, a lot of the stuff comes in from Europe. And for whatever reason, they say don't airbrush it. So I don't know. I don't know what reasons behind that, but yeah. So they're kind of like, people like, what's the difference between this and oil wash? And well, for one, it's pre-made, which is nice. Two, they have a lot of, yeah, this says dark indigo, and this one says dark brown. They are pre-made, so that's a big thing. Like mixing your own oil wash can be a bit kind of a mess. You get different consistencies. And you'll see with the blue one, they have like some of them have like a lot of vibrant color. So you get it's kind of, I describe to people, it's like the ink, you know, you get like acrylic inks, but it's enamel. So you can apply it on and then wipe it away later, or whatever you want to do. You can thin it, you can use the spirits. So let's kind of try some out. So first thing I will show you, just do a little thing here. Actually, foolish me, I forgot a brush. Go get that. Hey, you got our good old, well, I've used it so much it's rubbed off, AKA special brush. It's just a synthetic brush. Whoop. The jars themselves are, let's see, do they tell us how many ounces or whatever? 30 mils. That's a pretty good amount in a glass jar. And they have like dropper, like, I don't know what you call this. It's got kind of a nozzle. It controls how much comes out. So it won't just like, which the best thing about this is if you knock it over, it doesn't spill. It doesn't have the usual eyedropper, meaning that like as you're taking it out and putting it in, you're not going to spill it, which is good because this is not cheap. This is, we sell them for about $20 Canadian, 19 or 20 bucks a jar. I think this is a very generous amount. You probably won't run out of this anytime soon, even if you use it on absolutely everything. It's glass jar, so I'm glad they have that dropper in it. You almost wish the GW did this with their contrasts and washes, just to make it. You'll see when I put it in a container, in like a little dish or whatever to use. Just makes it spill proof, which I love. So yeah, you're paying a bit of a premium. I mean, we're also importing it, so it's probably a bit more expensive here in Canada than in the American market. Comes in, I want to say 10 shades, or maybe, no, 12 shades. Actually, can't remember. They sell 4 packs. I think there's 12. I think they have several packs of 4. There's a group one, there's a phase 1 and phase 2. So they did an original batch and they did a bigger batch. You can buy single jars, you can buy combos of them that are themed, and you can buy like the full set. There's like a phase 1 set, phase 2 set, and then a full set. Yeah, of all of them. So anyway, let's test them out. Get our little dish here, and the first little test we're gonna do is kind of raw. So here's some random Warcrow model I had that's primed in just Wraithbone. This was already primed some color, and I primed it again, so we'll see. Hopefully things behave. And here's another one. These were actually sent to me by a viewer, Josh. Thank you, Josh. And I decided for this purpose we'll just try them out. So this model's been sprayed like a gunmetal, so we're just gonna kind of like see how she looks, right? So right there. And so let's start with the let's do this Decrepit Filth, which is, I'll be honest, I thought this one would be more just give it a shake. I thought this one would be more like a little like more brownie tone. I'm sure there's another one that I probably should have opened instead, because I did kind of test these out, but not on these raw. I had it already like base coated some models, so this will be new to me how it looks on this here. So here you'll see the dropper action. You can see just kind of give it a shake, and that's it. Keeps it relatively neat. I would still keep a little towel on hand here. Just wipe the top. Yeah, in terms of odor, not too crazy. So maybe what we'll do at first is just use it raw. Kind of like saturate our brush in it, and just see it like in its like darkest form. So let's see here. Yep, slides on pretty nicely. Stains really well. Put it on this like cape here. So I can tell you the mix is really nice. It like controls really well. It's not crazy. It's a bit thicker. So they've thinned it quite well. So it's actually quite nice to apply. And the detail pops pretty well, and then you have quite an ample time to wick away any extra. So from a usability perspective, quite nice. It's actually not as dark as I thought it would be out of the jar. You can grime on more if you want, but I'm not really feeling the like, yeah, it's just not this like super thick grimy stuff. It's kind of nice. It's like, it's very usable on your miniatures, very like user friendly. And then yeah, here in the back where I have like way too much, just confidently knowing that the dry time's a bit longer and means I can just easily go use my paper towel and grab, whatever as extra. So pretty nice. And then if I wanted to thin this, add a bit of thinner. A little bit extra on the back here. Just wick that away. Yeah, you can see it's kind of like a darker Agrax. It's like a mix of Agrax and Null Nano. Pretty good, pretty universal. Actually, I'm gonna put some on her face here. Take a bit more. Like most enamel products, it's a little shiny out of the gate. So did a pretty good job. So you'll probably want to matte this down. This one's supposed to dry matte, but I don't know. It looks pretty shiny to me. Could be a bit of the primer too. So that looks kind of good. All right, let's try this on this model that's like sprayed gunmetal. Like see if I can reach. That's two dark spots. Find another spot here. Maybe this cape bit here on the side. That looks pretty nice actually. It just really slides nicely and stays. There's just like a little bit of thickness to it that I really like. Like it really just sits where you want it to sit. It like doesn't run, which is kind of good. Yeah, I could see this being a pretty good catch-all. I think you'll use this one a lot on various projects and things. Also will look pretty nice on Iron Warriors and Horus Heresy models. You know, probably should do a test on like a good old Ultramarine or something. Because you could probably like kind of pin wash stuff and then wipe away the extra. Looks really nice over metallic too though. So, okay, that's pretty cool. Give this a clean. A bit of spirits. Which what I'll do is wipe the brush. So I don't know. I guess while I'm doing this, how do people feel about that? You guys use a lot of enamel washes? Have you tried one? There are definitely, like, I know there's a bit of like, because it's not a regular acrylic product, there's a bit of like, ooh, it seems like people have this thing with airbrushing too. It seems like extreme to them. So they're like, I don't know, I don't want to work with chemicals, and you know, the key here is get yourself like, I don't know, something like this. This is an odorless, what do you call it? Thinner. We sell various odorless thinner. You can get this at an art store, like a larger quantity, which is good. I just gotta, actually, while I'm doing this, here's a little thing. So I used a towel just to wipe the extra in there, and now to clean your brush, gotta use the spirits. First main thing, can't use water. I think people have to remember. There you go. And then use your towel to get that extra off. And you're good to go. See, like new. Yeah, so I'll just take my towel. I'm gonna soak up this. To be honest, this extra dirt, this bit here that's like a little dirty, you could probably pour that back in to your thinner. Like, it's so diluted that I'm not too worried about contamination. Plus, what happens is a lot of that pigment just settles at the bottom of a jar like this anyway. So, just my little, I don't know, call it a tip or whatever. I don't want to completely waste it for so little. Like, the brush was so, like, not so dirty. I know some of you are gonna be like, oh god, I can't do that. All right, let's try this blue one. This blue one I used a bit and I liked it a lot. Although I didn't read the thing close enough last time, and I didn't realize, I was like, it's really shiny. And now I know why. So let's give that. I'm gonna shake it up a bit more. This stuff does settle a bit. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Rich. It's like it's kind of like Drakenhof Nightshade with some like kind of purpley vibes to it. I don't know. It's a very nice color anyway. And we'll do this on the, I'll grab this Wraithbone colored model here. I'll do it on the back. Nice. Yeah, really adds. So the goal here is not so much to use it as a contrast paint, although that's what it feels like. Feels like a contrast paint with even more control. Contaminating it a little bit. But it just really, you just feel confident you can really put exactly how much you want, and it doesn't tear at all. Like paint can tear, acrylic paint, especially once it's starting to dry a bit when you pull at it or try and soak it up. So you're not going to get that tea staining. You get very even staining of color. So you could use this to add pop to existing color, or to set things up, or if you've airbrushed a few tones, you can use this to like blend them together because you have just so much control. So I like the idea of having these pre-made colors, and they have a bunch, although albeit right now the lineup is heavily earth tone based for all you Trench Crusaders. There is a few colors that are like there's like a bone colored one, I think, like an off-white, and then there's like this blue, and I think there's some crimson and red ones that you can use. Let's see it on this metallic model, which I thought would be a good idea, but now I'm like, I'm not so sure. Yeah, you kind of need some underneath it, this kind of grayscale is not enough. You want, you know, you probably have to use it a little more saturated. Although that looks pretty nice too. You could probably do a cool blue metallic like Horse Heresy Ultramarines or something if you do 2 passes maybe. Like, yeah. So it really, really goes in the fold super nice. And I never feel like I'm like, oh crap, it's too much in there. Like, you just have loads of time. This on the back that's been drying for a bit, like I could, you know, wipe it away, use some spirits, blend the blue in if I wanted, you know, without it staining or tearing. So that's the benefit of the enamel. So I'll show you kind of now to like round off the video. I've got some models that I used it on. So these are some Warcrow models, and I did like a couple of like base coat and some like layers of Vallejo blue colors, and then I used the Umbral blue to like basically do like a oil wash, and I really liked how it looked. It really like blended colors together quite nicely. And it's a little shiny for me, so I'll dull it down once I'm like done painting the guy. I actually did that. I diluted the Decrepit Filth, and I also did like an armor wash. So their armors had a nice little, like, all the crevices are filled really nicely. Yeah, it just like, if you like base coat and washing models, this stuff works quite well, to be honest. Yeah, and I like what it did with the blues. So now I just need to do like a bit of an edge highlight on the blues in some spots. I filled in like, there's like little details in like in the leather here, and it just like filled in the pins, all the little like seams really nicely. Everything feels like very crisp. I think if I just like paint the skin in wood and do some highlights, I think the model will look pretty good. So last one here. You could even do a little light dry brush if you want to be just like quick about it. I did do a little varnish spray after, so I didn't use a matte varnish yet. I didn't want to dull everything quite yet, so I'll probably do an AK Ultra Matte varnish at the end. All in all, my thoughts on these, I like them. I need to use more shades and use them on more projects, but overall, I think it's a good product, and I think the investment in, so I don't know if I'd buy all of the shades right away. I think that box is like going to be selling for like $265, but you can go nuts. The good thing is we were able to get them within Canada from a distributor, so a newer distributor. So hopefully we can continue to bring them in and carry them. And I would say, yeah, pick up a few and give it a go. Just another cool product in the line. If you're someone who's already got several oil tubes and like mixing your own oil, then you're good to go. But I like any product that just like takes steps away and keeps, the main thing is consistency, knowing every time you use this, it's going to have like basically look the same, right? So anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you want to support us, you can go to lordsofwargames.com if you are out of Canada. You can also email us at lordsofwarstore@gmail.com. Ask your questions, international orders, etc. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.